Welcome to the Kingdom Bros podcast. Ex-athletes, big faith, and real talk. Man, I'm excited for this episode. I'm excited to launch the Kingdom Bros podcast and just continue the great work that we've been doing with Planted Not Buried, just under a different name, just under a different umbrella, but really under the name of God, Steve. Amen. So Steve Watson, man, excited to have you. Let's talk a little about the transition and just give our listeners a little taste of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. You know, you and I had sat down and decided that this is something that we want to do for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think in every single episode, you know, it's the center of what we've been talking about is Jesus. Mm-hmm. And the center of our mission is helping people to grow closer to him and to grow in their faith. And through talks, man, you and I just kind of put our heads together, and you brought up Kingdom Bros. I was like, yo, the Kingdom Bros, let's go. And it just hits, man. And I just think that it just fits us. You know, you brought me on to your podcast early on, Planted Not Buried. And I think as we've grown together, it's just, you know, the Kingdom Bros brand has just kind of blossomed out of that. And I'm really excited to really go on this journey with you and with our listeners, and just see where God takes this. Like it's this is just the beginning of an awesome voyage, man.
I agree, and I think when we first started, you know, last year, almost a year ago, we were kind of trying to figure out, do we start a podcast together? You were even thinking to yourself, do I start my own? Mm-hmm. And I think at that time, you know, we were just starting to grow our friendship. I was like, well, why don't you just come on to mine? And I think at the time we were just so hungry to share the gospel that the details didn't matter. And I think that might be some encouragement for anybody out there, is like sometimes we get so bogged down with, do I have the right platform? Does my social media look the right way? Mm-hmm. You know, do I have a website? Do I have all of these things? But when it really comes down to it, do you have a heart for Jesus? Like, that's what matters. And I heard somebody say this the other day, and it was so powerful to me, is you're a really dangerous preacher if you want the stage more than you want to study, right? Mm-hmm. And if you just want to be on the platform, you know, more than you want to spend time with God. And I think about this as like, hey, we were just so hungry to start sharing the gospel. The details didn't matter, Steve. And I think as our heart grew, and, you know, my thing was Planted Not Buried. Your thing obviously is Be Bold. You're doing a lot of great things with that. We just wanted something that was going to be rooted for the long term. And now I think we've sorted those details out. And that's why we're launching this under Kingdom Bros. I think the focus is so simple and people know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. And, I'll tell you, like just what you and I have sat down and talked about in the past couple of weeks. I'm so excited to jump on this voyage with everybody. And man, we just want to we want to make it real talk about just two dudes following Jesus, life experience. We want to bring people in that can speak more wisdom than we can and speak more life experience than we can. We want to just help enrich everybody's faith, including our own, and this couldn't be the better platform and way to do it.
Absolutely. I agree, man. I think sometimes, like when I first started the podcast, it was solo. It was just by myself. So then adding you as a second person, it's like, man, the podcast automatically got 100 times better. You know, over all the years I've had this for 2 years, my highest played, or our highest played episode is the first episode that we had Steve on, called Be Bold. So you guys can go back and listen to that one. That by far has been the most popular episode. And it's like, now that I think about that, that's almost confirmation. It's like how much more we can do together than apart. And then so what you guys can expect between Steve and I is a lot of what you see in the last 10 episodes. But we will bring people on from time to time. But I think a lot of what we really want to get done here is just continue to, be cognizant of you and be cognizant of the listener and what you guys are hungry for. And some of the things that Steve and I are praying on is, what does the listener need? Yeah. So if you have those needs, please reach out to us on Instagram, or email us, or however you want to get a hold of us. Just be like, hey, it'd be great if you talked about this, and Steve and I will talk about it. And then whatever the Holy Spirit is really giving us is the things that the direction we're going to take the Kingdom Bros podcast.
Absolutely. Yep. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right, guys, Kingdom Bros, get ready.